the Tony Board announcements came up, and I was just tired all the time because you're doing press, you're doing 8 shows a week, and then it was a lot. It was overwhelming in a lot of ways. So it was nice to kind of like after that was over to kind of be able to settle in and just do the show. Which then, of course, I then booked a TV show, and I was doing a Broadway show and a TV show at the same time, which I don't recommend. I mean,
You were
my
doing
my
both at the
wallet was
same
happy, but
time.
everything. Yeah.
That's got to be, you know, a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, one of the highlights of your Broadway career for me was American Son. I saw it. It was great.
Oh.
You did, you were doing so many, you did a lot of musicals up to that point.
Hmm.
Like how did that come to you? Like, did you have any reservations? I mean, it was just such a heavy part.
No, I had no reservations. I mean, I not sure how I got it particularly. I mean, I know my agents, of course, like pitched me and stuff, but I didn't audition. I was offered it,
Wow.
and I of course Kerry Washington is incredible, so I would do anything that she asked me to do. Not that she asked me particularly, but maybe I don't know. And Esteem Pasquale is like a huge idol of mine. So it was amazing to work and learn from him, and Kenny Leon, who's the director. Taught me so much in the room, and I learned a lot that I had fallen into some habits as a musical theater performer and as like a comedy guy, because I'd done a TV show where I was kind of the comedic thing. um so it really was a great experience for me to kind of reset my drama roots and find ground myself and really um, trust material, because I had worked on a few things that I didn't love the source material, so you're always like trying to tweak it just in little ways to make it your own and just to like make it a little bit better or hope to elevate it a little bit. And this was one of the first times in a long time that I felt like I had to elevate myself to reach the material, which was a great challenge and humbling, but in a good way.
Did you learn anything about yourself, like aside from acting, just from this part or this whole experience?
Yeah, so American Son, for people that don't know, I mean, it's on Netflix if you want to go watch it. We filmed it, which was really exciting. It's about a mixed race family who've lost their son. He's not come home, and they can't find him, so they go to the police station, and I play a police officer who is not as helpful as he probably could be in regards to figuring out where this kid went. And so what was really interesting about the role and about the show is that it was a 4 character show, and everybody has very strong opinions about their stance on certain political and social and issues in terms of race and in terms of police, and they all have valid arguments, so you have to sort of it was one of those shows that you watch it and you have to sort of figure out where you stand. And because it's a play and you're kind of in this one act, you're not allowed to get up or talk. You kind of have to sit there and listen to everybody's side of the story. And I think for me, it was something that was eye-opening to me because I found so many things to connect to in my character, which whom in like real life I might not be as connected to, a law enforcement officer who was a bit ignorant on certain issues, and very well-meaning guy who's trying to be helpful, but like in being helpful is triggering this young black mother who's terrified that her son is dead. So it's like it really taught me a lot about how we communicate with each other and how we have to just be very mindful of other people's experiences of our words and of our actions, and that you have to give yourself and other people a little bit of grace in heightened situations like this, or in everyday situations, and not just make snap judgments, of course, and then at the same time not sacrifice your own integrity while doing that. Just gonna let my dog in. One second.
Okay. I thought I heard your dog again.
Yeah, yeah, she's being needy, of course, during the interview. Why wouldn't she be?
It happens. We've had many a dog here behind the velvet rope, many a child, so it's okay.
Yeah, well, I think that's probably the only interruption we'll have, unless, there's a fire.
Well, then that would be even
Oh,
worse. So
I just knocked on wood. Now my dog thinks there's somebody at the door. So great, good job.
now she just might bark.
Yeah, she'll stop.
No, but it was great. I mean, you mentioned Kerry, yes, Kerry Washington, who I mean at that time it was like the height of scandal too, which was like, I mean, she was like what was it like to work alongside Kerry Washington?
She's amazing. Yeah, I mean, she is a one of a kind human being who sort of is effortlessly just always present and available and kind and of course incredibly talented at the same time, and never felt judged even when I was struggling in moments. And one of the great things that we did, and we did it during rehearsal once, and we stuck with it and did it every show, is that the show starts at a really heightened moment, when she's in this police waiting room. And so, 5 minutes before the show, we both go down and just completely improv an entire scenario as to what happened before the play starts. And it would really help her because she started this whole show by herself. And it was really exciting for me to get to be a part of that preparation for her every day. And then every day after the show, she just give me a huge hug and a big smile, and because we hated each other on stage, and yeah, I can't say enough great things about her. And she brought so many people to the show, and continues to this day. I mean, to open up so many people's eyes and minds to issues going on in the world. And yeah, couldn't be a bigger fan of hers.
Were you a big Scandal fan? Like, have you watched any of the Shonda stuff, like Grey's Anatomy?
I did not watch Scandal. My wife watched every episode. I watched Grey's Anatomy for a long time, for like probably the first half of it, although I don't even know what season they're in now, but I stopped after a while. And I've watched the Bridgerton stuff. No, but I never watched again Scandal. Of course, I'd seen her in other things, like movies and things that she had done. But
Well, one day, if your wife wants to go down that road again, I suggest you to just you just need
just
like
binging it.
you just need a couple of weeks. And Grey's Anatomy is in its 19th season, so I think that one
Wow.
you might be lost on that one unless you have like
Yeah.
6 months of your life.
I just don't. I'm not with a 3-year-old. You were lucky if we get in one episode of something in the evening after she goes to bed before we're like, just out.
It's really hard. Is it hard to play a character that, like you said, like has different maybe beliefs than